So we're gonna start off by making the head. So we're gonna take our brown yarn and we're gonna wrap it around our fingers 2 times. So leave a little bit of a tail and then wrap it around 2 times. And you're gonna take your hook and you're gonna put it underneath these two. You're gonna pull the yarn and twist, and then you're gonna yarn over and pull through. So that's your magic ring. So now we're gonna do 8 single crochets in that magic ring. So to do that, we're gonna we're gonna put our hook underneath. We're gonna yarn over and pull through. Now we have 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through. Do it one more time. Put our hook underneath these two. Yarn over and pull through. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through. So that's 2. Now we're gonna make 6 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now that we're done, you're gonna take your thumb or whichever finger you want, you're gonna put it in the middle, and then you see that yarn tail, you're gonna pull on it gently, and you're gonna see which one of these two tightens. So for me, it's the one on the left, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always gonna be on the left. So then I'm gonna take my thumb out, and we're gonna take the one that tightened, and we're gonna pull on it gently. So that it tightens, you see, it tightened that other loop. And now we're gonna pull on the yarn tail again, so that it closes. Sorry. And there you go. There's your magic ring. And make sure to put a stitch marker at the end if you want, so that you know when your round ends. And now we're gonna start the second round. So we're gonna do 8 increases. So an increase is basically 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So we're gonna go into the first stitch, we're gonna yarn over and pull through. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. So that's 1 single crochet. We need another one. So to do that, we're gonna put our hook underneath these 2, yarn over, pull, and then yarn over, pull through these 2. There's your first increase. Again, you're gonna do 2 single crochets. So yarn over, I keep saying yarn over. Put your hook underneath and then yarn over. Pull through. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. 1 more. Put your hook underneath, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. There you go. And now do it all around and I'll be back. And now we're simply gonna do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then 1 increase in the second stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 increase in the second stitch. And keep doing that all around. And now we're gonna do 3 single crochets and then 1 increase, okay? So 1 single crochet in each stitch for the next 3 stitches and then 1 increase. So now we're gonna do 4 single crochets and then 1 increase. 4 single crochets, 1 increase. And finally, we're gonna do 5 single crochets and then 1 increase all around. For the next 4 rounds, we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch. And to know what a round is, I guess, it's basically the levels. So you need to do 4 levels of single crochets until you reach the stitch marker. So each level ends once you reach the stitch marker. And so you're gonna do it for 4 rounds. So 4 times you have to reach the stitch marker and then come back. So now we're gonna do 5 single crochets and then 1 decrease. So to do 5 single crochets, you know how to do that. Now to do a decrease, you see that V? You're gonna take the front loop of that V, so the one towards you, and then you're gonna take the front loop of the second stitch as well. And so you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Now you have 2 stitches on your hook, 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. So that's a decrease. So do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now decrease, go into the front loop. Go into the front loop of the second stitch as well. yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And so yeah, now keep doing that all around. Now do two rows of single crochets. And so now we're gonna do 4 single crochets and then 1 decrease, and do that all around and come back. Make sure to start placing your safety eyes. I placed it here if you wanna do the same. And now we're gonna do 3 single crochets and then 1 decrease all around. Do 2 single crochets and then 1 decrease. And so now you're gonna take some black yarn and you're gonna make the whiskers. So to do that, I simply go in from the inside and I'll poke it out here, and make sure to hold one of the yarn tails, and then I'll poke it out from the outside to the inside. And that's the first whisker. I'll do that again, so I'll poke it from the inside, wherever I want it, somewhere here, and then I'll poke it from the outside. There's the second one, and then one more time, poke it from the inside, and then I'll poke it from the outside. And there you go. There's the first set of whiskers. And now I'm gonna do the same for the second set. And then we're gonna do 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease. I'm gonna fasten off, and to do that, I'm simply gonna do a slip stitch by going underneath one of the stitches, yarning over and pulling through, and then simply leave a little bit of a tail, not that long, and just pull. And there you go. Your head is done. So now that we're done with the head, we're gonna make 2 ears. So to do that, I made 4 single crochets in a magic ring. And if you don't remember how to do that, go back and watch how I made a magic ring in the head. So yeah, now we're gonna do 1 single crochet, 1 increase for 2 rounds and come back. So now all we're gonna do is 2 single crochets and then 1 increase all around, and then we fasten off and cut the yarn tail. So now I made 6 single crochets in a magic ring, and we're gonna increase 6 times and keep doing that all around. So now we're gonna make 1 single crochet in each stitch for the next 2 rounds, and then we're gonna fasten off. And make sure to repeat that these 4 steps again to make the second leg, but do not fasten off, okay? So I finished the second leg, and now we're gonna chain 2. And to chain 2, we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. So that's a chain 2. Now we're gonna connect the legs. So to connect the legs, we're gonna put our hook into the next stitch that's closest to where we fastened off. So for me, this is where I fastened off. I don't know if you can see, but this is where I fastened off. And so the next stitch is the one here. So I'm gonna insert my hook, and then I'm gonna yarn over with my working yarn. Make sure it's your working yarn and not the yarn tail from the second leg. And over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both. So that acts as your first single crochet, and we're gonna take our stitch marker and put it actually in that one, or actually the stitch before, which is the chain 2. It's the second chain of the chain 2, if you know what I mean, like not the first one, the second one. So it's basically, instead of putting it in the single crochet we just made, we put it in the chain 2 so that we know when to end. So now we're gonna make 11 more single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have one more to do. So we're gonna do it here. This one is kind of hidden. So 11. So now we're gonna do a single crochet in each of the 2 chains that we made. So it's a bit hard to see actually, but it's this one. So where you put your stitch marker, you're gonna yarn over obviously and pull through to make a single crochet, and then you're gonna do that in the one next to it. So it's this one as well. So that's your chain 2. Now you're gonna go back into your second leg, I guess, the one that you didn't fasten off, and you're gonna put your hook into the stitch that's the closest to you. You're gonna simply make 12 single crochets. And now don't forget to make 2 single crochets in the chain 2. So that's 1. Then remove your stitch marker and do here. It's slightly hard to go through. That's fine. So that's your chain 2. And now make sure to put a stitch marker again back into that last stitch, and you're done. You've connected the legs. So now all we're gonna do is 3 single crochets and then 1 increase all around. So I'll meet you back. Now for the next 4 rounds, we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch. And so now we're gonna do 14 single crochets and then 1 decrease all around until we have 3 more stitches, and then we're just gonna do 1 single crochet in each of these 3 stitches. And I'll meet you back. And now for the next 2 rounds, we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. And so finally, you're just gonna do 5 single crochets and then 1 decrease all around until you have 5 more stitches, and then you're just gonna simply do 1 single crochet in each of these 5 stitches, and then you're gonna fasten off and leave a long tail because you're gonna be sewing this onto the head. So you may notice that there's a hole between your legs. Mine doesn't have, but if yours does have, all you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your work inside out and inside out, and then you're gonna take the yarn tail from the second leg, I believe, and you're gonna yarn it through a needle, and all you're gonna do is go back and forth. So back and forth, back and forth until the hole is closed. So do as many back and forths as necessary. And yeah, that's it. So I made 6 single crochets in a magic ring, and now I'm gonna increase 6 times. And now for the next 2 rounds, we're just gonna simply single crochet in each stitch, and then we're gonna fasten off and make sure to stuff a little bit. So to sew on the body, all you have to do is take your yarn, your needle, and pick up a piece off of the body. Oh, whoopsies. And then pick up a piece off of the head. And then pick up a piece from the body. And then pick up a piece from the head. And keep doing that. So just pick up a piece from the body, pick up a piece from the head, pick up a piece from the body, pick up a piece from the head, and do that all around until it is centered and perfect. So we're gonna make a slip knot using our green yarn. So to do that, we're gonna take our yarn and make a loop like this. Then we're gonna put it opposite. So like flip it, I guess. And you see that yarn in the middle? We're gonna take it and we're gonna pull it. And there's our slip knot. So now we're gonna take our hook and we're gonna place it in the hole. And then we're gonna pull on the yarn tail so that we tighten it. And now we're gonna chain as many chains needed for it to wrap around the body. Make sure that it's tight and not oversized. I mean, unless you want that look, but I'm gonna chain as many as I need and I'll be back. So I ended up chaining 33, and now I'm gonna go into the second chain from the hook. So not this one. This one, it's quite hard to see with this yarn, but it's not this one. It's this one. So we're gonna put our hook into the second chain and we're simply gonna make a single crochet. And then just keep making single crochets till you reach the end and come back. So I finished crocheting 32 single crochets in each stitch, and now I'm gonna take the end of the project and I'm gonna place it opposite to this, the one that's attached to the yarn, the one that's attached to the hook. And we're simply gonna put our hook inside any stitch that we find. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then put it also in the opposite tail. And then yarn over and pull through both. And then yarn over and pull through. And make like a single crochet. And then we're gonna do it again. So we're gonna put it in the other side, wherever you find a stitch. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you're gonna put it the opposite side as well. So it's in both. And then you're gonna make a single crochet. And there you go, you've connected it. So now we're gonna chain 10. And then we're gonna attach it in one of the stitches, the bottom row, I guess you could call it. So I'm gonna skip 2 stitches. So this is 1, this is 2. I'm gonna go in the 3rd stitch and I'm gonna make a slip stitch. So it should look like this. And then I'm gonna chain another 10. And then I'm gonna skip 1, 2, and I'm gonna go in the 3rd chain, a stitch, and I'm gonna slip stitch. And keep doing that all around until you reach the end. Okay, so we're gonna start off by making a slip knot, and we're gonna chain 5. And then from the second chain from the hook, we're gonna make 1 single crochet in each stitch until the very last stitch. Then we're gonna make 3 single crochets in that 1 stitch, the last stitch. So 1, 2, 3. So now we're gonna flip our work and we're gonna work on the opposite side, and we're gonna do 3 single crochets. So in this one, we're gonna do 1. In the next one, we're gonna do 1. And in the 3rd one, we're gonna do 1. And then we're gonna do a slip stitch in the stitch after, and fasten off. And that's your first bikini top. And we're gonna make another one. So I finished the second part of the bikini, and now we're gonna make a single crochet in the next stitch, then a single crochet in the stitch after, then a single crochet in the stitch after, and then a single crochet in the stitch after. And then we're gonna take our other top, the other half of the top, I guess, and we're simply gonna put our hook into this stitch, and we're gonna single crochet. So there it is. It's connected. And now we're gonna single crochet again along the way. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do a couple chains. So I ended up chaining 10, and now I'm gonna skip 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna slip stitch in the 4th stitch. And then I'm gonna do a single crochet in the next stitch, and a single crochet in the stitch after, and a single crochet in the stitch after that. And then I'm gonna do one in the middle, and then I'm gonna do another one in the one after, and then another one in the one after, and then another single crochet, and then I'm gonna chain 10 again, and I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna skip 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna put it in the 4th stitch, and I slip stitched. So now you could chain 1 and cut the yarn, leave a little bit of a tail so that you can weave in the ends, and that's it. You're done. You're done with the bikini top. So I just created a magic circle with four single crochets in the magic circle. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slip stitch into the next stitch, then chain 2, then half double crochet. So to do a half double crochet, we're gonna yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through. So that's 1. We're gonna do 3 more, so a total of 4 half double crochets. So yarn over, pull through, you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So that's 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna slip stitch in the next stitch, and then we're gonna chain 2 again, and then we're gonna do a half double crochet 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna slip stitch and cut the yarn, and we're done. So now we're gonna flip our bow, and we're gonna take the yarn, the working yarn that we fastened off, and we're gonna, you see that stitch in the middle? Yes, we're gonna insert it, our hook here, and then we're gonna insert our hook on the opposite side, and like that. Then we're gonna do that one more time. So we're gonna put our yarn needle through the middle of the stitch and put our yarn needle the opposite stitch and simply tug on it, and you're done. Okay guys, so this is the final product. Make sure to subscribe.